So it's Friday morning and David's off to the fell with my dog Scout and Paddy. Normally me and the boys go with them, but the boys aren't feeling too great, so I'm having to stay at home, which is unfortunate because I've already got some nice footage of the fell with the weather being so nice. But anyway, be a good girl, Scouty, for Daddy. Bye, Paddy. So I don't even remember yesterday, I was hair drying this little baby, trying to keep it alive, and now it's up on its feet, back with its sister and its mummy. And they all seem to be getting on quite well. So that's a great positive note for today. And this Yow, we usually call her Lion King because sometimes, I mean, she's not actually that bad this year, but she usually has like a mane, like a lion round her neck. But this year doesn't look as thick as normal. But she is the mother to Amos, my Herdwick Tup. I don't know if you can remember, we had a set of triplets out in the field. This is the smallest of the triplet. We lifted this little lamb and we put it with this Yow. She lost a set of twins, and she's half and half whether she's accepted it. The little lamb's not forthcoming as in helping itself that much. It is actually filling itself up, but not greatly. So we're keeping them in, and we've not taken her out of the dog. We keep taking her around to see what she's like, but she's still not accepting it totally. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on you, aren't we? So where David and the rest of the farmers have gone today is right over here on the furthest fell. So I want to zoom in a little bit, and they'll be bringing them all forward. All the sheep. We're gathering all what we call the fell Yows, fell ewes. They're all pregnant. And we're bringing them in, sorting them off, and then they'll be in the two fields, the twin fields or the single field. So they're working their way from that furthest, please ignore my filthy finger. No, actually that filthy just looks filthy. Yeah, so they're on that furthest fell, and then they'll be working their way all the way, it's not very good doing it like this, all the way across here, down to this corner. Where are we? All the way down to this corner, and then I can't even, my fingers wobbling all over the place. Yeah, and then working their way back to this little rundown farm that has actually got some pens in. It's like a ruined farm, it's like an old farm. It has got some holding pens in, and that's where they'll sort the sheep up between the different farms. And at the moment, they're so far back now, I can't actually see them. But once they come further forward, I should be able to see them. Should be able to see the sheep coming along the fell. So while David was at the fell, Scout got lost, and she followed a runner to another farm quite a way away from us. So we're now on our way to pick her up, and there's a photograph of her looking very sorry for herself on the way back. So we're doing an evening check. And we've also got Paddy with us, just in case we need to catch anything. We're also going to catch some of them that they've already had lambs and move them into a different field. So we've got a Cheviot Yow here, and she's had a single, and it was a bit of a big head, so we're just hoping that it's got up and sucked. It looks like it has to me. It's a big lamb. And yeah, you look a nice lamb. Yes, you do. Hello. There's your mummy. There's any new lambs being born since we've previously checked this afternoon. So we're going to try and catch these two sets, 6 and 7, and then they're going to get moved into a different field. I might not be able to video because I might have to catch, so we'll just see who's catching. So we try and block them off. David's doing the catching. Are you grabbing the lambs? That was easy.
This isn't the crazy one, right? Grab lambs.
Come on, little lambykins. Right, can you get one, please? So this wasn't the crazy yow, it's the other one that's crazy. So we put the lambs in the front pen. So the little lambs that we just caught, what we're going to do, we're going to tail them, putting a rubber ring on the tail with the lacerators, that's what they're called, the metal implement. And then they're going to get tagged. Like just having your ears pierced. Not a flinch. And because it's a little girl, it doesn't get anything else done with it. If it's a boy, then we do put a rubber ring on them. And this is a little boy, so this is going to get a rubber ring on its testicles.
Oh.
It's not crying because we're hurting it, it's actually crying just to talk back to its mum. There you go. Gonna be fine and dandy now it's back with its mummy. And David's just marking the yow so we know which lambs belong to which yow. It looks like we're getting a bit of a mix up here. Hang on, little mummy, you're in the wrong. Mummy, I'm gonna have to run after you. Come here. Nobody believes. Ugh! I can't catch you, I should have got a crook. I need a stick. They're quite quick even when they've been first born. I need a stick. Yeah, so there's a bit of a mix up here. David and Elliot are trying to catch those two. I think that's the crazy mummy. Yeah, and I can't run very fast at the moment because the other week I fell through. David's just lost that one. I fell through the loft. So yeah, so I fell through the loft with one of my legs. And I'm a little bit stiff on my knee. But this yow's a bit, she's lambed, but she's a bit bonkers. That little lamb that I couldn't catch is way over there. We'll grab that in a bit and bring it back to its mum. David's got her. Hey! Fresh out the oven. Nice set of twins. Who needs a mole man when you've got a mole cat? I'm guessing this is Sophie's cat. Is this yours? You are the best. Yes? Is it you? Did you bring the mole? Yeah? Did you bring the mole, Sophie? So, seeing as Sparkle trashed my washing line last week, well, earlier on in the week, I should say, I've resorted to tying lines around the trees. So we're just having another round, another check round. on the bank, Paddy is always looking at the sheep as well. He's quite good at just checking them himself. And if you get in his way, he'll try and push you off the quad bike. So this was a set of twins, but one of the twins didn't foot, and by the time we got to it, the crows had killed it. And this is what people don't realise. Crows are a nightmare actually at lambing time, and what they do is they peck their eyes and peck the tongue and eat the tongue while they're alive. It's awful, and unfortunately the other lamb died. But we have got one live lamb, thank goodness. And Paddy's on watch. I don't know what he's seen, but he's very locked in on whatever he's seen. One of the things we have problems with is people walk. This has got a footpath all the way through this field, and what we've been having problems with is people, even though they've got the dogs on the lead, they come through, and obviously we've got a lot of yows of first-time mums or whatever, and they leave the lambs, and especially evening time, it's an absolute nightmare because they split them up. They split the mothers from the lambs because the mother's kind of frightened or the lambs are frightened, and we come round trying to mother them up, trying to make sure that they're back together with their right mums before it gets dark, because otherwise they're not going to make it through the night. So this one's a couple of days old, and this one came this morning. It's absolutely massive. It looks, let's see if it's full. Oh, it looks half grown. Look at all its wrinkles. So just checking to see if it's full. It looks, come here, you are massive, baby. Let me have a feel of it. Oh yeah. Yes, you look massive, don't you? Well done, mummy. So yeah, so I've just come up here, and this one's been born dead. Not good. But we're going to catch her, and we're going to lift one of the lambs that's in the sheep shed that's not getting full, and put it on her.
Stand there, stand there, stand there. Breathe.
Right, I'm going to open the gate. Paddy. I've got it. Davy's just done a quick check, make sure she got milk. Paddy! Leave that. And then what we'll do is we'll take the dead lamb as well. I'll let Davy do it while I'm filming. I don't want funky hands. So we keep having this on video, and the reason for this one is, I don't know if you can remember, this one was the one that I water bathed the other day, and she's not feeling it, so we're thinking of lifting this one, this little one, and are we having this one in here now? Yeah, so it's going to get lifted now, and we're going to put this yow that lost the lamb I've just shown you up on the bank. She's now going to have this lamb. Now we would normally skin the dead lamb, but David's lost his skinning knife at the moment, or his pen knife. So we're going to try it in the adopter and see how we get on. So she's in the adopter, and there can be a bit of a nightmare with it being a mule and it's got no horns in. But there is like strings that we can tie up if she does knock it off. And then this one's obviously she's jumping about. This one's probably confused because it's like, I've been in a water bath this week, I found my mummy, and now I've got a new mummy. But it's better to move it from its actual original mother and get onto a yow that's got a lot of milk than actually being stuck with its mum that can't feel it. And you can see how, I mean, it's been with its mum for a few days now, and it's still looking quite tucked up. I don't know if you can see on its sides. But it's trying to find the teat, so hopefully it'll get latched on. And once her milk has gone through it, and it starts smelling like her, we should be on the right tracks. But obviously it doesn't help at the moment while she's jigging about, but we'll leave them be and let them settle down. So this is the sister to that one, what we've just put in the doctor, and I'm keeping this one because it's cute. Aren't you? So you're going to be with me now. I just need to give it a name. Yeah. So, got mummy and little lamb. I'm going to put the little lamb out first, just so that the yow doesn't take off. But the worst thing is, since we've got this other thing, I hardly can hardly reach it. I'm so short. Oops. Not your baby. Not the baby. Yeah, she's here. She's here. She's not going to run away. Yes, come on, Lion King. Mummy's there. I can open the trailer. Come back. Come out, Mummy. And trust the lamb to go opposite way around. Meh. 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 Come on, go to your mummy. Go to your mummy. Come on, go to your mummy. Meh. There we go. So when they're in the doctor, they still get fed, so just put the water in, and we put a rope around the bottom of the bucket to stop her knocking it over, and I'm just going to go and get her some hay, haylage, and she can have that. I'm just filling the other one up.